Hello everybody in YouTube model community. Uh, got Skill Models here. I'm going to do some work on the 959. I'm going to show you a couple things. First of all, what I'm going to be doing to start this is some body work. There's a bunch of little lines through here. That's got to be sanded. Has to be sanded. This will show through the primer and will show through the paint. Okay, this part won't really matter. It's going to be hidden, but these parts here will. So that's what I'm going to be working on tonight. Okay. And on this one, in the bag, and all this. And some of the all mashed together. It's all going to be sanded. I don't leave that there because then you get lines through your paint. There's a little bit here that needs to be taken care of. I don't want to have to go back all through basically the whole body. You know, all models have this. Very few don't. Well, even Tamiya, obviously. And there's another one here too. So you can see that through here and through here. So that's got to be sanded out. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. I'm going to cut this off a little extra. I'd rather be too long than too short. And then this one as well. So I'll just leave a little bit of nub on there. I could always sand that down. It gives me some room to sand. Okay. And then there's the final one right there. Okay. So I'm going to get some 2,000, 3,000, and 5,000. I'm going to be using sanding sponges. Using for water sanding because they're basically no good. Okay, so 2,000 here. It's a little rough. The 600 would really tear into this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a little block out of it. And be easier for me to work with. And then right here. Okay, and then there's a little bit here. And the inside here. I think that's going to do pretty good. Then I'll hit the 3,000. This one has been used, but I haven't used it for water. So, see how it works. Then I have some sanding sticks I could use as well. I don't really use those as much anymore. It seems like they're a pain in the butt. The sponges are better for me. I used to live by those polishing sticks, but not anymore. I just have so many of them. I stocked up and then found out something better. I've been using these sanding sponges for a while, but I used to use them with water. I still do, but I could use them for both things now. And you save time. Because those sanding sticks get clogged up right away. Then you get an eraser and it's not worth it to me. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this rest of this piece out a little bit more. And I'm going to sand that out. I'm trying not to knock this piece off. Yep. Okay, and then get my old file over here. I had this for about a year or so. I bought some new ones and they're already worn out. They don't make them the way they used to. Actually, this was my wife's nail file. I bought her some new ones. There we go. And then break the edge a little bit. Okay, and then onto the other side here. Don't go too crazy on it. And do a little lighter touch afterwards. Yeah, it's about gone there. Now the whole side's roughed up. I don't want to go too deep. Okay, and then the final one would be right here. I've done Tamiya's before, not too many. I just like more into the hot rods. But I just wanted to do something different. And I thought this group bill would be different for me. Okay, now onto the body. Then I'm going to come back and do some other sponge work on that as well. This might be a little too rough. I'm going to see if I can find a used 2000. Here's a used 2000. I use this one for water as well. Let's see if I can get something out of this. And notice. And like I said, it doesn't take too much on the body here for it to come out. But on that door panel, I'm going to have to go a little rougher. I don't want to tear into this part here, so it's going to go light. And you can see some lines here too, some old lines. I will have to take those down with the this rougher 2000. You can see that. Kind of looks like it's part of the mold, but those lines are just way too thin. I'm not sure if that is it. I don't like it, so they're coming out. I'm gonna have to take, yeah, those not part of the kit. Part of the car anyway. Those don't look very nice. And there's some more down here. Gotta be removed. Might have to hit some 600. This is not really doing anything. Yeah, this is definitely not working. I'm gonna get some 600. And this one's fairly new. It has not been wet. Once you wet them, they just take all the grit off of them. So this is how I prep my bodies. Yeah, there we go. It's coming down now. Okay. I think it's down enough. You're still seeing a little line, but that's pretty smooth right there. And then I'm gonna go over it again with the 2000, Try to bring a shine back on there so we could see what's really under there. There's a little tiny lip under here. This 2000 is going to take care of it. Be careful not to push on these. I broke those before. And then this will go across too, but I'm not going to really do that now. And I usually mark them before I go too far so I won't forget. Okay, and then there's a little piece here. You can see that there. That's got to be down a little bit farther. Then I'm going to do a light. I'm not going to rub it hard. I'm just going to go lightly over it. And you can see this one here. That little line. That will cause problems. Look like the little line here, but I can't really go too far into that. I don't want to ruin it. My eyes aren't the greatest. And I haven't really picked what silver if I'm going to use. I might use the Tamiya. I might use that new Fusion. I tried it already in some other parts, just testing it. I was going to make a video of it, but everybody else started. So I was like, oh, I'm too late on that. Nobody wants to see my version. But maybe I'll do that on this. I mean, that might be a good idea to see that on this body here. Maybe give you guys an idea if it's something to do, or gals, to use it on the body. But then again, I might just use it on the wheels. Or I might go black wheels. I don't know yet. Still up in the air. Okay, that's 2000. And then I'm going to go to the lighter 2000, since this one's worn down. And try to get a little shine out of it to see where I'm at. Try to get it back to where it was. So we can see if there's any more lines or feel anything. Now, where is, oops. There's the 3000. I'm going to go over that. And you can still see that line, but it's going to be smoother. Okay, let me go around here now. So we're getting pretty smooth on that. Okay, have it on a stick. And, oh, there it is. There's Trizek 5000 and 3000. I should do it like this. There we go. See, now we're getting somewhere here. I'm going over faster but lighter strokes, and then I'm going to hit with the 5. So we get a little better shine, because I want it to be as smooth as possible when putting the paint down. Now, I don't feel anything now. You can still see that, but that goes all the way in. I'm not going to be able to, I don't want to dig into it. So, and then there's a little spot right here. Okay, that's it. That one little spot, all that work just for that little spot. I still got to do the other side. I'm going to break it down with the 2000 here on the door too. I'd be careful with that. I break those all the time, and I forget, and I glue them, you know, and then I break them again. Anyway, just gonna break the edges here, just to get that eyesore. Once you paint it, you know, it's over. You gotta sand it again, and then you might go through the paint. So, and then I'll break this edge down too. And then these little frames here, these little pillars, you don't see it, you forget them, but they have edges too. Here there's not much room, so I'm just going to go in here a little bit, and here a little bit, and then this is going to come down. I could feel that. Okay, and there's a little bit here on the door, so I'm going to do all this through here, and there's a bunch of work here. This stuff's going to be covered up. I still got to do the lid on it. But pretty much it. Big old mold lines, long mold lines, I should say. But you know, I got a good deal on this. It was only like $19.99. Too bad that the window's messed up. And I did a little research. I looked at a couple other builders that had the same issue. It's in the mold. So that back window is on all the model kits. You go buy one today and you'll see it on there. And we go around here. Take this edge down too. And they go lighter with it, and then it kind of polishes it too. Okay, that's pretty good. That's looking good there. Okay. So I'm going to continue on here, and I'll give you guys a break. You can still see it right in there. Still a little shiny spot. Yeah, just a little bit right here. See that little glare?
If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe and share.